You're watching Questing Time. I'm Paul Foxcroft, and this is episode 14, part 3. As the players have made their way through what's left of the magical faraway tree, I know I'm the worst. They've encountered some kind of air elemental inhabiting one of the rooms. And, like the players do, have been getting the shit kicked out of them by it. We join them in the middle of that fight, just as the Rough Knight gears up for a weird rage attack in which Rufus Hound quotes what I think is Shakespeare, but I realise, having watched this back, I've never looked this up. I don't know what it's from. I'm a Luddite. For art. There is a word for that, and I can't remember what it is. Visigoth? No. So, Claire and the Reverend are in trouble. Phillin and Ruff are pretty wounded, and they're trapped in a room with an air elemental of sorts that's trying to kill them. Let's see how well they get on. This is Questing Time, so enjoy the crap out of it. Philistine! I'm a Philistine! Yeah. I'm a big knowledge haver.
I'm sort of looking at this thing and I'm imagining that towards it's down, axe up, as I say, blow winds and crack your cheeks, rage blow you cataracts and hurricanos, spout till you have drenched our steeples, drown the cocks, you sulphurous and thought-excavating fires, vaunt couriers to oak-cleaving thunderbolts, singe my ginger head, and thou all-shaking thunder smite flat the thick rotundity of the world, crack nature's moulds and German spill at once that make ingrateful dwarf. And then I attack it.
I wish Claire had been conscious for that.
Yeah, that deserves more than one audience.
And I probably missed it. So
two, including the beast. Before I forget, Matt, would you just roll a wisdom check for me?
Yep. What is it? Plus. Hang on.
And Rufus, make your attack.
No, I was looking at the wrong thing. Plus 2, so that's 12.
Great, thanks, Matt.
Oh fuck.
It was a 17 and a 2.
The 17 hits. The 2 has just missed.
Wow.
By 13.
Oh. I thought something had really shifted, but not that way.
No.
All right, well, 17 hits, so...
first attack, so I'm assuming that's the axe rather than the hammer.
It's always the axe.
Okay.
And that is... 8 right off the dart, so that's 11.
11?
Plus 3 damage from the spikes.
Great. At which point, the thing bursts. There's another... The wind strikes again, but with a very different tone to it. And there is just a genuine sense of there's an incredible wave of pressure washes over the entire room and then is gone. And for reasons that will never be explained, a pleasant scent of lavender now pervades.
I don't know who that was, but he was old.
Briony, would you roll?
You really took the wind out of him, Mr. Ruff.
Yeah. 15?
Cool.
That's a success.
That's 1. Yep.
If I'm stable, Paul, am I able to move yet? Or no, I'm just unconscious on the ground.
Yep. Another death save, please, Briony.
Oh, God.
So I can't. Okay.
Paul, can
Yes?
I spoon the pate into her mouth?
Yeah, sure.
I reach into her bag.
That was 7. That was a failure.
Okay. And another one, please, because I'm going to say it takes Phillin a little while to
12?
find. Okay, that's one good one. Lovely.
It's a good one. Okay.
And what is Ruff doing in the aftermath of all this? Amid the smashed furniture and unconscious colleagues.
It was he doesn't know where the words came from, so
Cool.
he's both aware that the thing has been beaten in his kind of post. I always imagine that the barbarian post-rage moment is a bit like that male post-masturbation moment, where in the in the seconds before the finale, you were like, "Oh yeah," and in the seconds immediately after the finale, you're like, "I am an awful animal made of dirt, and no one can look at me. My shame is endless." So it's that sort of post-rage vibe that he's in. So he's sort of just steadying himself against the wall and self-justifying.
Also, I'm trying to force feed my friend human remains.
So yeah, Briony, make another death save, please.
Oh gosh.
Wait, can I not do anything?
Natural 20.
You revive at 1 hit point, just as Phillin pours human blood into your mouth, and you also gain 4 temporary hit points.
And I say, "Come back to me, little tree. Come back to me."
Thank you, Phillin. I didn't know how to add that. There we go. I think I've done it.
Sorry, I'm really sorry to make point of the chat, but the Plague Doc has just offered Onan the Barbarian, and that is
Yeah.
the chefest of chef's fingers.
Portal, if I'm conscious, can I cure wounds on Jack?
You absolutely can. Do you want to click on the rolly thing and see what he gets?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Whilst they are curing, can I have a look around the room for things, please?
You sure can, Matt. Make an investigation roll, please.
He gets 10.
Richard, you come round with 10 hit points. Hooray! What do you do, Richard?
Oh, nice.
Am I aware of what's happened?
Not while you're unconscious.
Do I see like Claire healing me or whatever?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
You were also just like the potion broke in your bag. You drenched.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I should say thank you.
You could have just not said the "I guess I should" before that and just said thank you.
Sorry, I think I've been struggling a bit after what you said, and I thank you.
You're welcome.
You were
Do you
just
want
sorry.
No.
You were my rookie. We were forming a bond. It was a thing, and I think I freaked out when you said Redlock.
All right,
And
Jack.
I think I owe you an apology.
It's fine. Look, and I help him to his feet. I'm not your rookie. What you just worked out is that I'm your equal. It's okay. And then I pat him on the back.
And as you do, one, Briony, you get inspiration, and two, as you pat him on the back, your hand sinks into his spine.
Whoa! How did that happen?
How did that happen? And also, while that happens, even though that does happen and it really weirds him out, Jack is like, well, to be clear, I do still have a significant amount of detective experience.
Yeah.
But sure, you're my equal. Fine.
While Jack is saying that, I've seen Claire's hand go into Rich.
Yeah.
And so he's talking, and I'm pushing on him, just seeing whether I can make my hand go through him.
Yep.
Can
He's
we
like a gummy bear.
Yeah, is he?
There were 2 potions in his bag, idiots.
I turn at this point. I turn around, see them prodding, and go, "Well, what's happening is Mr. Hardcast having a bit of a wobble."
I go to Phillin and I say, "Phillin, let's plat Jack."
And then we just plat Jack.
And I Ruff hears them chanting this and screams, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" If you're going to plat him, you're going to need 3 sets of hands. I'll get his hand.
I'm gonna take it from the chat and say it in character, but well done.
Very good.
Looks like he's the Reverend Softcastle now, guys.
Lovely work for heaven's sake there.
Yeah.
I
for
also
heaven's
like
sake.
takes in a great
Great fun work in the chat tonight, team.
Brilliant. Can I just point out that Hardcastle has been solid, gas, and now gummy?
Yeah. we need to make him liquid and then plasma. So lovely stuff. Cool. So as you are how does Hardcastle feel? You're not like, I should point out, you can still move. You're not immobile. These people can't plat you unless you let them. It's such a weird thing.
He is gonna let us.
I'm resisting, but I'm also like pretty weak. So there's also 3 of them.
Do we have time to pillage the room before we leave?
You can. I mean, the room was trashed beforehand, and is now more so trashed. But you can.
I got a 16 on my investigation.
Lovely stuff. Then what you find is, or do you? Hang on, let me just check.
I want cool things from the elemental planes.
Yeah, what you find is there's there's like a writing desk that's been smashed up, and you can see it had a hidden compartment in it, but that's been smashed open now because the whole thing's been wrecked. Inside is simply about what's that, about sort of 6 inches, 7 inches long. It's a shard. You know, the shards of kryptonite they have in the original Superman movies.
Yes.
It's like one of them, like an icicle, but it's crystal and it's luminous blue.
Ooh. I will do an Arcana check before I touch it.
Sure.
Because learning. Let's see what's there. There's +3. Oh, that's a 19, Olwen.
You have no idea what this is.
And now I pick it up.
It is. Wait, hang on. It is unnaturally heavy. Like, it's weirdly heavy for the size of the object it is. And it's, it's got like a sort of dry ice effect on it.
Ooh.
And can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, this dice is the best. 18.
Cool.
This is definitely. I should live on the elemental planes. I'm having a great time.
Lovely stuff. Great. What next, team?
We should see if there's anything nearby because we're still inside the tree. So, if there's nothing else to be found in here, the door is down.
Can we also check, Paul? Is the marble still pointing somewhere?
Yeah, the marble is still functioning.
And it's pointing somewhere that is not here, I presume.
Yes.
Okay. So why are we here?
Let me explain, Rookie. We are on our way to the water spout place, the little civilization that's near it. We need to follow this marble. We just stopped here on the way.
Great. So we just stopped here. I almost died, and that was a totally legit choice that we made.
It looked interesting from the outside, and to be fair, most of the damage I took was from Phillin.
And on that note, I'm going to leaf like a tree and leaf this place.
Yeah, let's get to the water place. Oh,
Okay.
do you want to build another hut so we can rest en route?
You'll need a third level spell slot.
Oh, shall I use my Pearl of Power?
Well, let's get outside and see if there's anything coming to us first. So yeah, for me, the door is down and I'm gone.
Cool.
Yeah, well, let's look outside.
All right.
Lovely stuff. Actually, someone's just made an interesting case. 879 has made an interesting case for. Hang on, let me just double check. You can cast Leomund's tiny hut as a ritual. If you take 10 minutes to cast it, it doesn't eat a spell slot up.
Oh!
Let's assume you've got. Let me just amend your character sheet so that you have. There you go.
Have you just done it? So I don't need to.
If you refresh it, it should turn up in your thing.
Ooh.
You've got a third level spell.
Yay! Okay, so I can just spend 10 minutes doing it. We're not in a rush now. We've killed the enemy.
Can I also just pull one comment out that we've just seen in the chat?
Yes.
That I'm a big fan of. Sentences that could only possibly exist in the world of watching live D&D.
Yes.
Rob just messaged, this whole tree had just one room?
No.
Let's go have a look.
And stop helping them.
Thank you, the chat.
The whole tree only had one room.
Yeah, we're going to look for the other rooms. Thank you, the chat, for the ritual advice and the advice. We are all your rookies.
We've had so many original thoughts, Paul. You'll be surprised what we do next. This D&D troop had several original thoughts. You'll be amazed what number 3 is.
Apparently, I can leave things in the tiny hut as well. Good to know. If you want to put the green crystal thing in there, you can.
It is quite heavy, but we'll let's.
What I will say is that one difference to doing this show like online versus like doing it live is we don't get enough specific help in the live show. That's what I'm learning.
If we go back to live shows, like we're just people passing you notes.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss the sound effects, but I love the help.
Yeah. All right. So, you're going up the. Well, it's relative. You're going in a direction, up or down the tree. You're sort of in the middle of this chunk of tree trunk.
Let's go up towards the leaves. Let's see if there's some fruit.
The leafier end. Oh, that's a good question. Actually, is there? Let me check a thing on D&D Beyond.
I'd also, while Paul's doing that, I'd also like to point out that ever since we referenced that we're now leaning on the chat occasionally, all that's been in the chat is people saying, right, so look, you're in a room with a tree. Very clearly, this is what you should be doing.
It took 14 weeks, but we've George R. Martined it, where our fans know more about what's going on than we do. So we just asked them straight.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as you make your way up the tree, you can see more evidence of violence, and there's another room, although this one has been gutted by flame, and written outside of it in blood on the tree trunk is "Take what you want," in a very crude, crude psychopathic font.
I guess we have permission to take stuff now.
And Richard, so Briony, you're looking for fruit. You can spot some on the branches, which is relatively easy to get to because you can just fall towards them.
Yeah,
they're not fruits that you've seen. They're like how do I put it? Sort of red in coloration, like pears, but softer than pears. So like peach texture, pear shape.
I'm gonna grab one to put in the bag of holding.
Yeah, stuck up. We haven't got the bag of holding anymore.
No, it's exploded.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab one
for
for the
some
hut.
of the parts of it, I assume.
I'll grab some.
It does have regular bag.
Holding.
Yep. Yeah. Is anybody having a go on the fruit? There are. Hang on. Just with time, you can find like just 5 pieces of fruit on this tree. A lot of the branches look like they've been smashed off as well. Like this bit of the tree.
Do any of the fruits look like they may have fermented slightly?
Nope, I'm afraid not.
Is there any way for us to a medicine check, I guess, to check they're not poisonous?
It'd be nature.
Nature, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take one and nature check it.
At disadvantage because you've never seen these before.
I got 13 on disadvantage.
And
cool.
I got where's nature? You slippery nature. Plus 0, so 6 for me.
Everyone can chill out because this guy just landed a big 19, and that's from 20 -1.
Okay, great. So Rufus and Briony, you reckon? Yeah, they're not ordinary fruit. You don't think they're poisonous, but you do think they're magical.
Ooh.
I'll eat one.
Yeah.
Can I offer a little kind of idea for a scene?
Sure.
That as Phillin's holding it up, like doing his nature check, There's a look of wonder in his eyes. And what's the name of your
Squeaks.
Squeaks? Squeaks is like stretching his neck like and snapping at it, and then sniffing at it, and then Claire's sort of sniffing around it. And while that's all happening, I'm looking at them, looking at the fruit, and I just reach in and grab it and just like stick it right in my maw.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can. Are you eating the whole fruit?
Yeah.
Great. Nothing happens, and then when you've eaten the whole thing, you.
I imagine though, after I've taken the first few bites and nothing's happened, Phillin might be tempted to have a go himself.
You are correct.
Oh, I'm see you eating, and I just trust that it's fine.
And now there's like this moment we've flown together, we've fought together, we've journeyed together, we're now eating a pear together. It's
cool. So, Rufus, the rough night becomes luminous.
I throw a pear to Jack as well.
Yeah. Can I just ask, just for a visual, when Jack flies now he's all wobbly, how's that look?
Oh, terrifying.
He's not flying, he's a jellycopter.
It's like Mrs. Matt.
Okay.
You consume one of these weird pears, and
I'm excited.
Me too.
All of your hair falls out.
Oh.
Does Rich still have his phobia?
Welcome to the.
Oh, it was me, and no, I lost it when we landed.
Right, yeah.
No, the phobias have gone.
Dissipated.
Briony, are you eating a pear?
Mm-hmm.
I look at.
Cool. Hang on.
Can't believe my foot-long hair has gone.
For a second, I look at Phillin and I'm like, "That's what my son would look like."
I still have the eye patch from the other week, and I just casually slide it on.
Briony, you double in size.
Woo!
Oh, that's cool.
Paul, question:
Yes?
Would the tree outfit expand with her?
Yes. Because
I wanted it to be like
I've
just
got
a
clothes
small...
underneath that could expand with me.
Yeah, but otherwise, like if that didn't happen, then when people got enlarged cast on them, then their armor would kill them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And because magic. And Richard, are you eating one?
I've been thrown a pear and I'm eating it with a knife and fork. Yes.
Of course you do. Where are we? This one. Sorry. Oh god, this is another second random chart. Roll a d20 for me, please.
I like the idea that Paul's got so many random charts, he actually has to roll a dice to decide which random chart.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm rolling really well on innocuous stuff today, so that's an 18.
18. Cool.
You die.
No, a couple of things. Richard, you regain 19 hit points.
But
But your skeleton inverts.
Nope.
You're now all on the outside, all
Oh
skin.
Jesus! You vomit frogs.
you vomit frogs. Oh, a gelatinous Hardcastle vomiting frogs.
You vomit 15 frogs.
Oh God.
Can I catch one and feed it to Squeaks?
Yes.
Noms.
And they took the frogs.
Why is it that even when it's going well for Hardcore, still something is coming out of him?
Player's going to play.
You are the Millhouse of this group. I'm sorry, Rich.
Everything's
coming up, Hardcastle.
I love it. I love it that Rich decided to develop a character that was essentially Jason Statham, and by the end of 14 weeks,
There is. There is. I'm afraid on the chart I'm using there is a third. There is a third effect.
For who? All of us?
Oh.
For Richard, because I rolled a really weird one, so he gets multiples. Richard, you gain the hairstyle of your choice.
Really?
Yeah, your character grows a full head of hair in the style of your choosing.
He doesn't have much imagination, though. So he goes for a short back and side.
But the sideburns are cut slightly too high.
Lovely stuff. So then, as you further explore the tree, there is as you make your way down a lot of the rooms have been gutted, and contain remains of things. Notably, there is a room that contains everything in it is, how do I put it? It's less destroyed than the rest of the spaces. But all that's in here is like tables, chairs, and stuff. Like it's somebody's bedroom, and all of the furniture in it is circular. And in the middle of it is a skeleton with a terrifyingly large flat skull.
Ooh.
Can I search the skeleton? Is there anything like clean to it, in it, under it, whatever?
No. What you can see as you search it, like it's been staved. This thing has been stabbed by multiple assailants.
Is there any
like flat, like in this, like a plate?
Can I do a wisdom check just to see if I know what like breed or race this guy was?
Yeah.
Or woman, or thing, or other. I mean, it's not going to work because I've just rolled a 5. So 6.
You're like B.
Can I search the room for any clues as to who this person was?
Yeah. As you move the corpse, there is a slide.
I got it on the slide.
Of course you do. Great. Yeah, it's a long slide. That descends, but the interior is dark. Except, do you remember that bit in Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where they go on a boat ride?
Yeah.
That happens.
Best bit.
Yeah. I'm going to just look at Phillin and go, there's a slide, and then jump down the slide.
I'm not even going to hesitate. I'm straight after her.
Didn't that also happened to us in the theatre, didn't it, when we touched the crystal thing?
It did. It did. Yes.
I look at Hardcore and say, nice hair, and jump down the slide. But then don't slide because my spikes stick into it. So I can't do that.
So it works. It's just as you're going down the slide, you're accompanied by a high-pitched screaming noise and sparks. So for you, it's a lot more like the entrance device from the Running Man.
Great reference.
Then what happens is the slide you get fired out of the bottom of the tree trunk, but because the tree is sheared apart, so you're just flying in air beneath it. Like it's taken you nowhere in particular.
Okay.
Richard, you're the only one left in this room. You'll have a little rummage around, or are you just going to get on the slide with everybody else?
Paul, Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When you said it was screaming, was that because of the friction, or is the tree screaming?
No, it's the friction. It's not.
Thank God.
The tree isn't screaming.
Yeah.
The tree is dead.
Okay.
Can each of you who went down the slide make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah.
While they're doing that, Paul, can I have do an investigation of where I am?
You absolutely may.
21 for old Phillin.
18 for the night.
Only 3.
Rufus, what did you get?
Me, I got 18.
Yeah. You're fine. Matt, you're fine. Claire, you are scarred by this experience. You come out shuddering, just like almost catatonically terrified. This has spoken to something at your core, and this is a nightmarish.
So it really is like
Trip.
that section of the film.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like just a you've been exposed to like almost like in Clockwork Orange, like just too much terrifying imagery in a short period of time with no context.
I like to think that Claire's gone through that just as me and Ruff come out giggling and just having the best time.
Again.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again.
Mr. Hardcastle, come down. It's so much fun.
Don't come down the slide, Jack.
Rich, make your investigation check, please.
I rolled a 10.
To which you're adding
20 years of police experience.
No. Sorry, I said I rolled a 10. I meant I got a 10.
Oh, fair enough. Cool. You have a rummage around in this space, opening cupboards and whatnot, and looking through these weird circular bookshelves, and like no avail. There's some books there, but they're all weird. They're all like kids' books, and make references to various lands and spaces. But you don't find anything of particular interest unless you want to spend a lot more time rummaging around.
I don't want to spend a lot more time rummaging around, but I do kind of feel like we've sort of tried doing what the chat asked us to do, and then we've found a slide and gone down the slide.
Can we not just fly back up to the room, Paul?
You can. Back up the slide. Weird choice.
No, I'm not going back up that slide. I'm going round the tree.
Sure.
and
Yeah.
back up.
You imagine down is 45 degrees one way,
Yeah.
and down 45 degrees the other way.
And then
Yeah, I
that
mean,
way.
yeah, I'm going to reverse gravity and do the slide again the other way.
Make a wisdom saving throw, please, Matt.
And when I get to the room, can I do an investigation check?
Fourth natural 20.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
This dice, I think
What
it's
is
weighted.
happening?
Oh my gosh.
It's because this is Phillin's world, guys.
We all just live in it. Richard, were you going to make another search?
I'm doing a search now. I'm here.
Yeah, I'll do another search.
Okay, investigation, please. Briony and Rich.
20, rough 20.
I also have a rough 20.
Lovely stuff.
Oh no, I have a rough 21, so it's +3.
Oh, of course you do, rookie.
Both of you, at the same time, both of you are wandering around the room, and both of you go to speak to the other, and both of you are stood walking with each other on either side of a circular rug, and both of you feel something underneath your feet shift, and there is a loose floorboard, which both of you reach down and bump heads. So, Richard, you take damage from the horns. You both bump heads in like a sort of weird meet cute. And there is a loose floorboard, beneath which is a lacquered red wooden box. And dust. This has been here for centuries.
No, I don't think there's anything in that. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go.
To the slide.
Paul,
Don't go on the slide.
have I come out of the slide yet?
Oh yeah, as you're doing this, the halfling poops out of the slide in the middle of the room.
I'm going back down. Reverse gravity.
Phillin, no, it's a horrible slide.
It's not when you roll in a 17. Plus my wisdom,
Paul,
which is 5. 20.
Paul,
Yes.
in the minute that Phillin's been going up the slide, I've also decided to see if I can slide up the slide.
Great.
So,
Rufus, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
okay.
I will be saying wee
Yeah.
to give you some warning.
Oh, I should have made this clear, and I didn't say this clearly. Claire is still massive, but the slide has magically accommodated her.
Paul, can I do an Arcana check on the box?
You certainly can. Rufus, what did you get?
Not enough. 8.
8. Cool. So you start screaming in horror. Matt, as you descend down the slide, you can hear a weird noise approaching. And then halfway up the slide, you collide with the rough knight who's coming halfway down the slide and covered in spikes. So,
Can I not roll to see if I can react to seeing him coming so I can try and reverse?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I'll do the same.
Make a dexterity check, please.
Someone's luck has ran out. I rolled a 2, so 5 total.
Okay, so Matt, you take 4 damage as you collide with the rough knight, and both of you are now stuck in the scariest bit of the slide.
But I'm still
your
having
gravity-
an all right time, I'd imagine.
You're okay with it, but you're attached to a man who is just spikes. And with
we
Rufus,
go
you are having a
down or
proper freak out. You're going up. He's coming down.
Right.
So you're resting on each other.
Oh, so we're just doing that, basically.
I like to think because you freaked out, you've reversed, so we now go in the same way. You're screaming in terror, so I just start screaming in joy in your face.
Meanwhile, back in the
Just
room. Meanwhile, back in the room.
I'm doing it to give it
the
booby trap.
Reverend with a giant tiefling. You can't see any evident booby traps. You can just see that this has been around forever.
Okay, then I'm going to say I don't think it's booby trapped and open it.
Can
I open it?
You can. Inside is a metal tube about 8 inches long, with a horse head carving at one end, and a button about halfway up it.
I'll do Arcana if you do religious check. See if we can recognize what it is.
So you're all right. You're leading the plan
Just a
now.
suggestion. It's just a suggestion.
We'll try it your way.
No. 12 for me. I don't know if that's enough on Arcana.
What did I say I was doing? Religion. 14.
Yeah, I'll let you get away with that, Rich. This is an immovable rod.
Love the immovable rod.
Item.
Does Jack do that?
He does. And anime-wise, his eyes go all big.
3 irises in them.
They could go big as well because he could actually go.
Then I leave the immovable rod for Jack to have.
Wow.
Do you pick it up and walk off, or what's the deal?
Clicking. I go clink. I press it and just check that it's like, ooh, it's stuck in the wall, and then I do the kind of.
So you check
the mime
it stays in midair.
trick.
It stays in midair, and then you pull your arm, which goes really long. And then you're like, oh, and you're not 100% sure how to wind your arm back up.
Can I try and press the button again?
Yep.
I've just been.
All right, I do that. I do that and just put it in my bag, and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna wait to do tricks with that once I'm not gelatinous.
Yeah.
While this is happening, Brian, you said you were walking away to the door, I think.
Yeah.
You can
I'm
see.
not going on that slide.
Well, you can see that you checked in marble, and you can see like in the direction the tree is falling. You can see up ahead of you is like that floating inverse mountain you were on. Another structure like that, another big area. In the middle distance, you can see a waterfall in midair. And next to this, on the top as the tree kind of moves past it, you can see like it's almost like this thing is rotating in your favor, and you can see on one surface of it is just rock, and on the other surface of it is a town and some fields and stuff like that. And there is also a coherent cloud next to it with a tower, like a 3 or 4 story tower. And what you can see is it's clearly enough. You're not that near it, but you can see in the middle distance that there is some people in the town square. There's a fight happening.
Guys, I can see Cascadia, and we've got to stop a fight.
Okay. Me
Hang
and
on,
Ruff,
wait.
you'd have to shout
Are
that
we-
down to us.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I was
shouting it
gonna
down
say,
the
are we
slide.
still on the slide? Sorry.
I'm going to
Yeah,
call down the
We'll
slide.
I'll assume that you emerge back into the room for the sake of coherence.
Can we would have checked that room before very quickly. Was there anything we would have found in that bottom slide room?
There wasn't a room at the bottom of the slide. There was just the empty void of air.
Oh yeah, I
So
forgot.
essentially, we've come to the top. Claire's looked out.
Yeah. Sorry, ignore me.
She's the thing, and we're all there. Essentially, Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Okay,
Only one of the Avengers is limp.
where's this fate?
In the town square over there.
Right,
Okay,
follow
yeah.
me, and I just barrel out, and I jump out of the door of the tree, and imagine that the direction of the fight is down.
Sure. Oh,
I say,
follow.
goggles squeak, and follow.
Do you say, Matt? Do you say I feel the need?
Can I hold?
Sweet.
All the time, but very quietly when you guys aren't listening.
I run out the door and say, "Come on, rookie," and dive after them.
Can I please
swallow
say,
my pride?
I know that theoretically we're all trying to get home, but if every adventure ends up with us ending it with jumping out of a door, like we're all jumping out the door of a plane in an action movie, I honestly don't know why we would ever leave here.
Yeah.
Fair. Rich, you swallow your pride and?
My pride, look behind me and go, you know what? She's a better rookie than I ever was. And I jump down the slide.
I'm gonna slide.
Why?
Oh,
Where are we going?
Hang on, Richard, make a wisdom saving throw. You jump down the slide.
Shit.
The slide we told you.
I thought that was a really cool moment. Oh, you know what though? It's a natural 20 on this dice. This
Okay,
motherfucker.
and so we're going to leave this session here as the three of you are diving towards this fight. And as the tree spins end over end, like a bullet from a gun, the Reverend Hardcore, who's been weirdly psyched up by an inspirational message from the slide, is now blazing with holy fury as he shield first is like that bit in Winter Soldier where Captain America just dives out of a plane without a parachute. It's just like with his shield up and like knife straight is plummeting towards this fight.
Paul, as we all line up, can I do something just to make it look a bit cooler? And I think the chat will like it. Without looking, I put my arm behind me and I use my new 3rd level spell at the tree because it's wood, and I go fireball.
Sure. You absolutely can. You absolutely can do that. As the obviously magical tree explodes. Yep. Sure. There'll be debris.
But it
I like
can't
to make
come
everything look
faster, it can't go faster than we're travelling, so it's fine. It's just cool pyro.
It's absolutely fine, and in no way will you landing prevent it from catching up from you. Great. It just means the fight you're entering is about to get really fucking weird. And so as you watch, as the tree behind you explodes, much bigger than the fireball should have made it explode, and shards of wood and bone fly through the elemental plane of air with no gravity to stop them. The chat has made a very... Oh my god! And Matt?
Agent of Chaos.
As you do, a wild spell effect manifests. On another wild magic surge occurs, which I'm going to leave until next time to resolve. But I'm going to tell you this. What you can make out in the town square is you can see a bunch of people, basically, like there's a fight between the two groups. One of the groups is winning and throwing people into the street, beating them. And you can see what you're going to guess is a massive, like, from this angle it's hard to tell, but you would guess 18-foot tall blue minotaur stalking its way to the tower, topping over the gap into the tower, and the tower vanishes with a thunderclap as you are racing towards the ground. You can see there's another minotaur down there. There's a bunch of other creatures, all lording it over these people. Like they've crushed the resistance of this town and are being smug about it, but not a single one of them has looked up. And that's where we're leaving it for this week. Wait, tell a lie. None of them knew this was happening. However, there's a massive explosion in the sky. So actually, all of them look up. I've just realised. Yeah, your element of surprise is completely destroyed.
Hang on. Between now and next week, we have to look up whether the speed of sound is faster than the terminal velocity of a halfling, a dwarf, a tiefling, and a priest, because they wouldn't hear it if we're falling faster than the speed of the sound.
Also, they wouldn't see us because the brightness would eclipse us. So they would. We've got time to figure this out.
Yeah, we got too much time.
Yeah,
it looks cool though, guys. It does look cool.
We have to stop. We're going to wrap up tonight's stream. So, if you would like to find out what's happening next session as the characters do the opposite of stealth, then please tune in next week. We'll be back 7:00 British Standard Time here on the internet, which is, I think, our venue's name. And what a treat tonight has been.
And as the party fall towards battle using the opposite of stealth, we're going to leave it there. Join us next time for episode 15, where you get to see that fight. And we get some very interesting character development stuff. I'm not kidding. The next 2 episodes are really interesting in terms of what the players do with their characters. Thank you for watching the show. Please like and subscribe, tell your friends, share these videos around, link them to things. That helps with the... I don't know what SEO stuff is. I don't understand how it works. Share them. Help me. And we'll see you next time for episode 15, the loudest sneak attack in the world. We'll see you then. Have a great week. Or, however long you want. Just have all good times.